Hey everybody, it's Tuesday. It's from the barracks. Sorry about last week, y'all. I was not feeling good. It was a it was not a good day last week. But we're here today this week. I'm Joker for Players Wanted. With me is uh, Justin. He'll give you some exciting new bracelets if you really piss him off. Beowulf West from Shadow Legion. We're waiting on Zmonster from TCA to get home, so we can bring him into the chat as well to talk all about um, Iron Knife. But one thing before we get into all that, while we're doing these intros and doing through all the stuff, sometimes I'm just sitting there scrolling Facebook reels on my computer, just like do 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 do. I just saw some shit that is freaking hilarious. So I'm just gonna share the screen real quick, um, so you all can see it because damn, you want to talk about some timing. Guys walking into a store until a 4-foot concrete saw spiraled from a nearby construction site.
Oh,
Yeah, that is it. Like, watch it from the inside. It's even better. That dude's like, "What the hell's that? What the? I'm gonna." You see dust come from the inside.
I bet he had to throw those pants away.
Can you just imagine just walking down the street, minding your own business, going into a store,
I'd have.
and then 4-foot concrete saw into the
Listen,
wall?
that's some Final Destination shit right there. I don't know that I'd shit my pants. I'd have shit somebody else's.
Look, even when he walks away, homie is like calm. He's just like,
That's a dude who's seen some shit. It's like, it missed me. It could have been worse.
It could have been worse. Oh man. So,
well, that's also crotch level too. So I mean, if he'd have like turned
4
around,
foot, yeah.
yeah.
So we're gonna have a good show tonight. We're gonna talk, like I said, about Iron Knife. We're gonna go through all the details on that as soon as Z Monster gets on here. TCA's, I believe it's 30-hour long event. Now I'm gonna tell you all right now, I'm not gonna be the guy out there 4
It
o'clock in the
technically
morning.
starts Friday night. Is that right?
Well, we're gonna get all the details.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Okay,
Because honestly, I've been so busy with the other thing that we're not talking about that I haven't been able to focus on this. So,
we could talk about it. We all know you're buying an Hawaiian shirt factory.
Shut up.
It's all stretchy material for everybody.
It's kind of funny because once I announce it, I'll be happy that I can finally get it off my chest and share with everybody what we've been working on, which been taking up time. But I will go over some other positives as we wait for Z-Monster to come on. If anybody,
I don't see anything.
huh?
Is anybody
I don't know. I see that we have 4 people on.
Okay.
We got some people on X. We got some people on.
Used to a level of like crap talking already within the first 5 minutes. I ain't seen it yet.
You know what? The funny thing is, it's like I got to get back to that normal schedule. We're always going on, even if it's just to do like throw up a repeat from a previous stream or whatever, because I could do that now. But last week it was Damien's summer camp for Muscular Dystrophy Association. So if y'all are looking for a really good charity to give to the MDA. Reason being is, as parents, we don't pay for Damien's summer camp at all. It's 100% free. It gives us a week to where we can relax, decompress, and not have to worry about his daily care. He then gets to go to a summer camp, which was the Florida Elks youth camp up in. Speak of the devil, here he is. Real quick, we'll just bring him on in. Everybody, welcome Zmonster from TCA. Hold on.
Hath been summoned.
We said his name 3 times, and all of a sudden he pops up.
Yeah. Man, San Antonio traffic. What can I say?
It's all good.
So, good evening, all. Good evening. I hope you guys are having a great week. It's only Tuesday. So,
yeah, it's been an interesting week. Last week we were just talking about Damien's muscular dystrophy camp. So he's just had that's provided by the Muscular Dystrophy Association that does not cost us anything as parents. So he gets an entire week to be around kids like him. The staff takes care of him so great. He's got 3, maybe 4 more years going to that camp, and the MDA provides so much for him. What?
That's like the dad sense on Z Monsters. It just insane.
I just love how there's a head that comes
that kid's head no more like barely peeked up. He may have his mic muted, but every father in the chat knows exactly what he's saying.
The dad sense just yeah, you're right. I heard you. I was like, my nephew's like, I'm about to get on a water slide. Do I have to have my socks on? I'm like, no.
What?
All right. So,
but yeah, he had a blast at this camp. So the only thing he didn't do, though, my mom's home. Okay. The only thing he didn't do was they have a wall climb thing there. He goes, I took one look at that harness and that thing, and I said nope. And I was like, but bud, weren't they hauling these other kids that are bigger than you up there? He goes, don't care.
He's like, I got sense, Dad. No.
He had a blast per usual. Really got a chance to kick back, relax. We had a chance for Star and I just go take a little trip to Rainbow Springs and have some fun. So
cool.
And that was like all the stuff that we're doing to buy time for you to get on.
Hey, how about that?
So
sorry, man.
Hey, that's all good. First 5-10 minutes of the show is always.
You're still here quicker than Wiener is most of the time. So I mean, that's.
Well, okay. So I had a guy to run by. Okay. Cool.
Wiener is always late, and like he won't
the
even be on
bar is
tonight
set low
because he's doing the ball with the housewives or whatever. So
it sounds terrible every time you say it.
So Sal, this is. So I really honestly, because everything that's been going on with us here, I haven't been able to really look at Iron Knife. I am hoping I'm invited to Iron Knife.
Absolutely. Why? I mean,
so I didn't get a chance to have further conversation because when I was texting you earlier, all of a sudden shit hit the fan I had to deal with. So,
yeah.
But I tell us more about this. Let me give you the big screen here, so you could just pretty much give us an entire rundown of this. This is the 30-hour game that you guys are having, right?
24.5.
24.5. Jay.
Okay, so for the guys that have done Iron Dagger, we did Iron Dagger 1, 2, and 3. Closed out the Iron Dagger series. We were going back and getting our insurance for the following year for late 24, 25. The insurance folks were like, hey, we got questions about continuous operations and what is a nonstop milsim event. Basically, they had questions regarding, because they monitor the industry, and so stand up more better. And so it made it seem they had us. No, they made us kind of think that we could not do. They gave us an assumption, and it made us. We made an assumption that they didn't like us to do a continuous event without paying more for insurance, or the risk was too high, and so we said, okay, got it. And then we had we were coming back to renew our insurance, and the discussion popped up about our upcoming events, and we talked about Iron Knife being a 11-hour round one break, Sunday morning, 3.5-hour round, and then calling it. She goes, "Why are you guys changing what you're doing?" Oh, what do you mean? I thought that you guys didn't like us doing nonstop events. And she said, no, you guys have a great track record. You have you have very solid rules. You've got a very involved staff. You reduce risk as much as you can. Don't change your business model. Give the customer what they want. I said, thank you, because we've got a lot of feedback that everybody really wants Iron Dagger. And so we got off that call and we were like, my God,
what just happened?
Okay. I know, you're like, did that just happen? And so we pulled the player base, because there were a lot of dudes coming into Airsoft Junkies going, I would go if it was Iron Dagger. I don't know if and I was like, okay, well, let's poll the players. Let's ask the players what they want. And the players came back and voted. And it was about 87% saying, hey, go make it 24.5 hours, make it an Iron Dagger, and we'll go. And it was about the same time that me and Brian from Tactical Imaging were talking about the patch. And I was like, no, I'm not telling you to change the name of the patch. We've done Iron Dagger 1, 2, and 3. if you've done an Iron Dagger, congratulations, you had your shot at getting it in. We're going to go with Iron Knife and go forward. It's an Iron series. It's going to challenge players 24 and a half hours. And if the guys that bought, I know like Rooster's like, you bait and switched me. I'm like, you ordered a redhead, you got a blonde. Shut up and enjoy it.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. But more importantly, for the guys that were like, well, I didn't know if I was ready for this. And I'm like, look, it's still a self-paced course. An 11-hour round would challenge anybody. To go 24 and a half, you know, for the guys that have done an Iron Dagger, it is self-paced no matter what. The only thing that we ask is you check in and out with the command posts. They need to know that you're coming on the field or you're coming off the field so they can do their combat power tracking in their command post. The fight doesn't stop. So I had 2 guys who had gone to the Ukraine of their own volition and come back and go, I did an Iron Dagger before and I did an Iron Dagger after. And I can tell you right now that the stress and strain, I kind of could touch that stone a little bit again and go, yep, the fatigue is there. You know, I now know what I know in terms of pacing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And so we checked a lot of, we made players happy with changing it to a 24 and a half hour event. So the box goes live at 11:30 and it shuts off at noon, 11:30 on Saturday, and it shuts off at noon on Sunday. And a lot of guys will tell you, why 24.5? Because it's that extra half hour that really kicks your ass.
It's almost over. It's almost over. It's still going.
I know the staff's like, is it over yet? Oh, God. Yeah. So from the staff point of view, I've got to staff the thing for the whole time. So we've got to really make sure the staff has got a rest plan. I'm running Eastern.
I heard that.
In Central Texas, back in Starburst, usually the cadre, the staff runs the sides. So like at Starburst this year, I think it's either going to be Dale, myself, or Eric Mendoza or Dave Martin. One of the 4 field grades will lead the factions, because the Texas guys have a great shooter base. Command post wise, they're kind of light. And it's because our East Coast has where the established command groups are. And so something that we do in Texas, we generally want to bring over to the East Coast where one of the cadre runs a faction. And it gives us a lot of one-on-one time with the player base as far as the leaders. Like, hey, guys, I usually advise in a talk. Now I'm actually taking you guys through the troop leading procedure process at the battalion and brigade level.
We got the A-team. Yay!
I mean, you know, a commander's just a commander. It's really, it comes down to the guys that are executing to meet the intent and the guidance.
It's one of those funny things that whenever somebody goes, I can almost hear what it's now. Well, they only won now because Zmonster was in charge.
Well, back in the day, when Dale was one of the faction leaders, we had to pull Dale out and go, hey, guys are saying that it's kind of loaded because they've got Dale in charge. Dale had commanded both Western and Eastern. And so it was kind of like, all right, the only reason why they're winning is because they got a ringer, which isn't true. Craig White, Tim Bray, Archer, all the guys over on Western, Jake DeWeese, a lot of those guys have been a little long in the tooth as far as leadership. Bobby over at Grizzly. We're standing up 2 new companies. K Company, which Killer 6 should be Unit 91. So he's going to be Killer 6. And then over on Eastern, we have Madness, or Mad Company, M Company. So we're standing up new units because we want to give more guys a chance to roll and have fun. And we'll see where it goes. Now, having said that, Coach has got there's some goodness coming, hopefully, in the weeks ahead in terms of airsoft pyrotechnics, which I can't say any more on that. But
I swear to God, I'm not driving into an ambush again.
No,
that nonsense.
We got our FEL, and so me and Coach and Thomas went to go get trained on explosives. so we could not blow ourselves up, not blow up other players. So we've got that in the queue as well. So 25, 26 is going to look pretty good. We did lose Guardian Center because of we lost it because of DoD needed to train, and that's always a good reason to get punted.
Yeah.
They also spend a lot more money at those facilities than we ever could.
No,
Good,
not at all.
good for them too. So
Yeah.
So does that mean for Serious Vikings not going to be at the Guardian Center this year?
No, it won't. And I wasn't really happy with the weekend that we got. We asked for the first weekend of December, and then just as we were about to sign the contract, they moved it to the second week of December. And I went, it's getting closer to Christmas. I don't like that. And
That's
so
my
then they
birthday
come
weekend.
back. Then it's a lot of people got shit going on that weekend. So when he said, "Hey, I'm sorry, you've got JTFCS coming in, they got to train, and then you got MARSOC coming in on the other side," and I went, "I understand, guy. We're a tier nothing customer, so
say no more.
understand all." And he said, "Hey, I said January." He goes, "Well, I do have this one weekend in November." I was like, "That's Black Friday, the weekend right after Thanksgiving. That ain't gonna work."
Not all.
Man,
Wow.
me and Beowulf, I'll be like, I'll wheelbarrow you over to Objective Tesla, and then you can dump me out. So
It's a 4-player game.
Yeah, exactly. And I had players go, "We'll do it." I'm like, "Settle down.
Wow.
You know not what you say. Fuck Thanksgiving, airsoft." I'm like, no. That and the staff would have to travel on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh God.
Not gonna
No,
work.
that's like one of the worst days that you could travel by air in the United States, and having done that before, it sucks.
So we opted to say, "Hey, look, man, appreciate it. We'll see you in 26." And then another AO. We had 6 other possible AOs that popped up, all of them new for us, and we're looking at all of them. Some we can't really tap into because we can't tap into them until the summertime because of where they're at in the U.S. You'll get there, but you'll never leave. The snow factor. So 26 looks very promising in terms of us getting up to these new locations that we haven't been to in a while. But getting back to November, there's a location that we are working on. They really want us there. We really want to be there. I wish I could say more.
That's always the fun thing when people are like, "Where are you going? Where's the thing?" All right, can't talk about it right now.
Yeah, I'm checking my email real quick to see if I got an email back from them because we sent them our con plan. No, nothing back yet.
Radioactive wildlife or no?
No. Radioactive bees, and that's the Savannah River Authority.
If all of a sudden the superhero or supervillain Wasp Man starts coming out, we know where it came from.
Yeah.
You have greater than a 50% chance of Wiener showing up as your command sergeant major in a bee costume as Wasp Man.
That would be fucking hilarious. His new call sign is Stinger.
Man, I saw that article and I started laughing, and I was like, I knew it was going to be something nonsense, right? And I was like, I did it. I was like, all right, radioactive bees, got it.
I always thought it was going to be the snakes.
Yeah, my take on that was, let me look at my 25, 26 bingo card. Radioactive bees. Almost there.
I still remember vividly my first safety brief from Zmonster at GTI, and he's like, "You see that pile of black dirt? Don't touch it. It's cancer." I'm like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cancer.
Don't go there."
And then you
Watch out for wasps and snakes. I'm like, "Oh."
You had an entire platoon at one GTI just walk through it, and he's like,
"What are you
doing? What are you doing?"
To be fair, it's black basalt. It's actually used for the railroad tracks, but whatever.
You had me. I'm like, no, I'm not touching that. I'm not getting downwind of it. I'm going that way.
Yeah. It's like, meanwhile, you got guys taking spoonfuls of it going, "You only live once." Yeah. It's like, oh, Jesus.
His tastes like burning.
Yes.
Airsofters are idiots.
No, just be surprised. So, yeah, this other location, we've templated it for November, waiting to hear back from them. I think you guys will enjoy it. especially the guys that are in Florida, because it won't be that far of a drive. No, it's not in Florida. Sorry. But yeah.
Yes, we do.
I will say, I mean, I've been doing upgrades to my gun truck, so I'm hoping to put my turret on top of the gun truck now, and then I also got a light bar that's super bright, and I have a little controller that could put the red light on it. So,
so I can't remember what side was asking me. I think it was Western. No, it was Eastern. It was like, hey, can you add an extra vehicle slot? And I'm like, I have to make sure Western gets an equal number of vehicles. So we'll see.
I think I got the ticket when Wiener asked me like months ago, and I said I'm not sure because of what's going on. I'll tell you after this what's going on. I said, all right, I'll just go ahead and get the ticket. Not a big deal. If I go, I probably will go after all because Wiener was like, please come. Well, I mean, it was like having the discussion about the timing of everything. Beowulf knows, but the timing was going to be, it could have been a huge factor. And it's just like, all right, I'll lose a weekend. I don't care. I'll go there. Well, Marky Mark is back, but it was just one of those things because I can't wait to run the new stuff that we have because I got the turret off the bus, and the main gun isn't ready to shoot the propane yet because I got to get the trigger fixed because it just shoots. So it's just like da 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 da.
You got a backup camera yet?
Huh?
You got a backup camera yet?
Yes, I'm putting something in there. I'm putting in somebody that's not going to say, "Yeah, you're clear, you're clear, you're clear." Bam! What the hell was that? A tree?
Yeah.
I'm not clear. Then.
You wait for the bump and you go, "You're not clear."
Yeah. They tell you were clear to the tree. What?
The only thing I can see in my rear view is what's his face, his crotch. I couldn't see anything from the sides either. So I was like, I'm looking. I was like, "Are we good? We good? We good?" And yeah, now I have a dent in my tailgate.
Meat-gazing jokes. Leave that alone.
But I will not be able to carry as many dismounts this time. Is what I put on the back of the truck. It's like one of those luggage racks, racks, so I could put instead of having the pole, which so many people hang on to, that they have a chance of breaking. It's like now it goes right on top. It's right on top of it. It's at the right level, and it's also got a turret shield.
So we were talking. Unit 91, we were talking when he was putting his truck together. Tyler was asking me, what are the other requirements? I said, a gunner's retention strap. And he goes like, what? I said, look, dude, use a sling. Just get a single point sling, okay, and make a loop on your whatever the turret rack or whatever, and you clip in. And he was like, okay. And then I want to say it was Sirius Viking, like they jerked, and he would have fallen out of the back of the truck if it wasn't for the retention strap. And he was like, I'll never argue that shit with you ever again. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't give you shit for no reason. I mean,
I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two.
We've seen a lot. Like when you said you need restraint, you need straps. I was like, bet, no problem. And we just hooked the tie downs into the under part of the luggage, the toolbox.
It keeps you from falling out.
Mm-hmm.
So. What else in 26? Well, we got Starburst 15 after Iron Knife. The Texas player base, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana player base has responded awesome in terms of turnout for that. Our 15th Starburst, I can't believe we've been doing it that damn long. We're using both mount sites at Fort Hood. That's going to be a hell of a time. I know the guys.
Wait to see all of it.
I know the guys over in Eastern or on the East Coast were like, "I'm not missing it," and they're coming. And so I know Bobby and her crew came out to the last Starburst and were like, "Holy shit, these Texas guys can shoot," which was the same thing that Jax said. Jax was like, "Holy fuck, these guys can shoot." And it was freaking chalk rounds everywhere. So we're excited for that one, and then. October, we're gonna be all over the damn place. In October, Fulda Gap, we'll stop, be there, and then November, operation to be named at a location to be announced on the East Coast. So that narrows it down. Hopefully, we were looking at quite a few places, and we thought even about bringing Hibernia, Iron Fury into December. But we were like, no, we're going to keep that one in February. We're going to do Stonebreaker in April, and then looking to go north in June. So
Makes sense. Yeah, because hey, what is it? Six Flags Great America or whatever. That's shutting down at the end of the season.
Really?
Yep.
Where's that one at?
So I don't know. I just happen to know because I'm an annual pass holder for SeaWorld, and we get annual passes for all the Six Flag parks. So I was like, I guess I'm going to Grand America at least one weekend just to check it out.
Yeah. We had one. It's sad because I have two great AOs here in Texas that I haven't tapped into. One is an amusement
Maryland.
Park. Oh wow!
Oh, okay.
So we had one shut down recently, and then we got a whole new AO north of Austin. The problem is, man, people want buildings. They want structures, and so I've got to balance that. I've gotten a whole bunch, like so many people sent me tips on AOs, but I'm like, hey guys, there's got to be some buildings, just a little bit of buildings. And
People want to. People like the large group of people that go to Third Coast events. They want that. They're used to Guardian Center, GTI, places like that, to go in there and hit those buildings and all that. I mean, I mean, if I have the ability, I will go to every event possible.
We've looked at one that was pretty cool. Overwatch Tactics did one a while back, and they're out of business now. But they did one called Conquest to Avalon. It was at a Renaissance Fair park.
Yes,
a closed Renaissance Fair. Yeah, and man, we had so much fun looking for the golden boots of ass kicking and the spear of destiny and Cupid's fucked up arrow of love. I mean, we were out there.
Hey, I'll give
like,
you one site that we've been trying to get
like
that we had not been able to contact. There's an old abandoned Renaissance Fair in Virginia that you can't get the content. And it's all the structures are still there.
Yep.
And it's now got growth throughout the place, so it actually looks kind of freaky as hell. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue working that one. We're very close to potentially getting it locked in. So stay tuned.
Also, I mean, check New York. I mean that's kind of north for you guys, but the New York Renaissance Fair, that site's down for 80% of the year.
Yeah. So the big piece there is we've got one. We got two that we're looking at. They only do business 2 months out of the year, and so we're trying to get in. If that works out for us, we'll get in. I got Doc DeVoe working one for me. If he can convince them, they shut down right around Thanksgiving. And then they're done for the rest of the year. The sad thing is most people don't know this. A lot of people live at the Renaissance Fair parks.
Yeah. I know that I used to do the Ren Fair scene. That's where I met my wife.
Yeah. So that was the thing. It was like, well, I have people that live there full time. You're like, oh.
Hey, as long as they're not in their structures, right?
Yeah, I was like,
hey, there's the campsite, and then there's the fairgrounds.
Close your windows.
Like we did at Fredericksburg. It's like, hey, how would you guys like to go stay at a hotel for the weekend? Our treat. We did that at Fredericksburg. We made that. There was a neighbor that just hated the loud noises, and the mayor of Vicksburg and the county judge and the owner of the facility were like, we'll put them in a hotel for the weekend. Just do your event. And the guy would not budge. He would not take our money. He was like, no, you're scaring my dog. And you're like,
carry your dog with you.
The whole city of Vicksburg was like, fuck your dog.
That's sometimes the funniest aspect of what you could do is like really money.
Like, come on, man.
Shoo, go away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of. We're really focused on Iron Knife right now. Coach has got some cool ideas. I don't want to take his thunder yet. I want to wait until we've actually made the purchase, so we can provide more mill to the sim, as Snick likes to say. We're kind of branding ourselves as combat simulation. taking a page from my brothers over at Centurion, where military simulation's always been a cringe word outside the airsoft community. I kind of broke some people's hearts the other day. We're all sitting at the table going, "Yeah, we don't want to say mil sim," and all the senior Army leaders are like, it's like, and I was like, "Yeah, I know we've talked about that for years." Sal, don't say that word in front of us. I won't, sir. It's like combat simulation. They're like, "Yes, we like that." More action than pull gate guard. So yeah. Yordy's in the chat.
What's up, Yordy?
The Yordster.
So yeah, I love the way guys were starting to dragoon folks into Iron Knife. They're like, Sal's running our team. Let's fucking go. I'm like, okay.
Whoa, calm down.
It's like, hey guys, it's gonna be fun. Let's do this.
Wiener called me up so excited. He's like, he goes, my picture's right next to Sal in command. He goes, I can't wait. I was just like,
oh fuck,
God, can you fanboy anymore?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really excited to go. In like last year, I commanded the guys at Starburst, and holy crap, it was a lot of fun. And Eric Mendoza was on the other. He was running the Eastern, and Eric was like, "All right, good fight. We clashed. It was great. Next year, double the size of the box, and we'll have them ready." I'm like, okay. The Marines have really kicked in overtime. They're like, yeah, we'll get both mount sites, and then the base was like, we'll give you both mount sites. We're like, oh shit, okay, this is gonna happen.
Nice. It's really awesome to see the sport grow, the sport advance, especially with events and all that. And I can't wait to check out the stuff for the rest of the year. I can't wait to share with you after hours. I'm looking at the time. I was like 27 more minutes. But it's one of those cool things of all the exciting stuff that could come out. And we did the last game I was at was Bad Blood, and we had a blast just hanging out going through, because that's a game of just it was 3 massive armies this time, just battling it out all across this map. It was awesome.
So events that I want to go to this year, another Centurion, because that was a shit ton of fun at Muscatatuck, despite the hoops that the host had to jump through. Every roadblock that was thrown in his way, Dave and the crew at Centurion jumped their ass over, and up and under and through, and the player base that stayed with them. We had a lot of fun. Another event that I really want to go to is a Star Wars themed game.
Which one?
I just want to do one. There's one here in Texas, but yeah. Another one in Florida. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and that's the one I want to go to. That's the one I really want to go out to.
What's the?
I hope that's
another Mac game too, right?
Yeah, Wasteland is Mac's game. Yeah. It's My Game Productions, and he does it's Rebellion something.
Flames of the Rebellion.
Flames of the Rebellion. That's what it is. Yeah. I was like, Flowers of the Rebellion didn't sound right.
It's like,
I hope
that's a sequel. Hello. Anyway,
I hope you could build that one up, because that was a really fun event to go to.
Disney Plus one.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So then the other one is the Western game that Balahack does. I really want to do that one. Just because it looks cool as shit.
There's that, and there's what is it? The Milsim Mercs are doing one in Tennessee.
That's
a Western themed game.
That might actually work out for that site, because that's at Brushy Mountain.
Yeah, it's an old West town.
But Brushy Mountain is the Battle of Two Doors, because the site limits what you can use for that. Exactly. It's an old prison, and then most of the buildings are out of play, so you're really only in 2 spots. Yeah. There's not a lot of cover.
So last two on the want to do list is I want to do another NamSoft Prairie Fire. We want to do it. We got to find an AO that will work with us in terms of pricing, because it's never been a money making event. It's more of a come on, get your black pajamas on, rice hat, or get your OD green on and have a good time.
Too bad I don't have Ian in here, because Ian would be like, I am down. Sonic from the Bad Blood series. That's what he's like old school nom stuff. So much so
Yeah.
that he was asking me for cameras that could fit inside of cigarette packs.
Wow.
So we could go through, either have it on his helmet or the thing. So what are you talking about, going to one or running one?
Oh, I'm talking about, I mean, I'll either run one or I'll go to one. And so, Prairie Fire has always been our love letter for Pope, because we had a lot of fun doing the NamSoft games. We did Rolling Thunder, Prairie Fire. So our field in Central Texas, just west of Austin, got flooded during the big bad rains. Half the field the best part of the field, I think, got washed away, and so we're kind of giving them time to rebuild. And it's just south of Fort Hood, so we've got a really that field had a field called Nam, and it looked awesome. It was amazing.
So let me ask you, what's like when you're looking for something like that? What are you looking for in like type of AO?
It really depends on what's on it. I mean, we've got one here in San Antonio that's really awesome, but the player base ain't here. Like that, to do one in Austin, Texas, guys drove from far away as Louisiana and Oklahoma to do the NamSoft game. We had 90 players. So themed games, they're not. You're doing it because you want to get your gun on. Like Coach and Ethan dressed up like freaking Viet Cong, and Castle dressed up like he was trying to achieve the Airsoft SKS. And meanwhile, it's me, Kukui, and Pope dressed up as First Cav guys. So we played. We had a good time. The smaller was more intimate, I think. And the problem is, it's just you're doing it at a loss because
are you looking for a place that's got structures, or are you looking for jungle?
You're looking for both. You're looking for a place that's got, like, to give you an idea, Texas Paintball had underground tunnel system. He had a market. He had a river village, houses on stilts along the river. He had a Huey helicopter that was in between. He had a fire base,
nice.
Vietnam fire base. So we're kind of waiting, and we're going to go and do a site survey and go, okay, can we do one? Let's get it on the calendar for 26. There's another game that they do here in Texas that is not ours. That is a World War II. Like, these guys take it all in, man. You have to show up. Whereas we're kind of like, fuck it, FARB. You don't have an AR. You don't have a Car 15. An M4 will do. Just put the carry handle on it. Rock iron sights. They would be like, you can't have that at our event. Like, oh, come on, man. You're like, you're wearing you're wearing reproduction ammo pouches. I'm like, all right, look. At the same time, I want people to come and have a good time. Leave the plate carriers and the multicam at home. I'm not going to be so stringent. We have tons of videos that we did leading up to Prairie Fire, talking about how easy it was to look like an NVA on a budget, how to look like a First Cav guy, Vietnam. Go buy some OD green scrubs, and have a good time.
But the funny thing is like the replicas. I saw more World War II replicas for sale in Denmark than anywhere. I mean, they had an entire section. I was like, I know some people that are going to drool over this stuff, and they weren't priced bad at all. I mean, I probably could have come home with a lot of it.
And for a while there, when we were pushing the themed, there was about 2 good years where we were pushing themed games. Us, freaking Jet. There was a bunch of producers that were doing themed games, and the industry was responding. They were coming out with some killer replicas. And it fell off. We'll get it back there. Popular poll question though. What airframe do you want to see at Stonebreaker? Because we got to start shaping that already. You want the Little Bird or do you want the Huey? We've done both now at GTI. So which one? I'm going to put that up there in the community thread and go, okay, guys.
Which one do you guys want? A little bit more scary for you guys to operate than the Little Bird?
No, not at all.
Same amount of panic.
I was about to say, the second it lifts off and goes away, like
yeah. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, it's about the same. My guys,
and I'll start breathing again when it lands.
Yeah, my guys know me, just from a commander's from an Army officer thing. It's like, okay, aviation and operations, probably the most dangerous shit we do. Yeah, when the bird sets down and shuts down for the day, that's when I could breathe again. Not because it's dangerous, it is a risk. It is risky. You know, I remember being in Florida, and there was one particular player that was talking about 15 words a second, and I said, "Let me guess, how many times you ridden on a helicopter?" He's like, "Oh, it's my first time." Yeah, I got that. Okay, I've done it plenty of times, and you're making me nervous. Like, just
Yeah.
every time it's the first time, Bubba.
So we get asked all the time, like, when are we going to have a Huey at one of our games? And I say, never. There is zero plans for me to ever have that sort of liability up in the air. One, the resources it's going to take for me to bring on to be able to have something like that happen. Yeah, and then the second thing is, I don't want to. I don't want I want my hair to stay the nice dark brown that it currently is. I don't want it to go gray. I don't want to go through.
I'm very. You don't want to be bald?
I'm like, I don't want to have
Wolf, high speed, low drag, love that.
That's right.
Haircut.
That's right.
That's right.
Look,
we save thousands of dollars on hair products.
Absolutely. Now put it all on my mustache.
I'm just looking at it like this is like, I don't want to have that because I don't want to have. I mean, I'm pretty much a stress-free kind of guy, and then adding that into it will just no. I'm just not doing it. And I was like, and I just said, if you want that, go to a Third Coast game.
And we've done boats. We've done boats now. We're going to do Iron Fury up in Hibernia. We're going to get another state park. So there will be opportunities.
How stressful was the boat stuff for you? Because I know y'all had a bunch of boats operating at one time.
Yes. So I had we gave Snick the Third Coast Airsoft Admiral of the High Seas patch afterwards because him and Corey they ran all the boat operations for me, and he had a lot of fun moving and jiving and getting the boats around, and we did destroy a prop, the propeller that for the guys that aren't very nautical, and so the boat rental guy was like, "Hey, not a big deal. I'm going to pull that prop off, say goodbye to your deposit, but I'm going to hold on to the prop for next year. So when we do this again, we can just swap props and you can use the damaged one." Cool. This time around, we're going to use a state park that is separated on the other side of the lake. Hibernia is where the big fight's going to happen. And then both sides are going to send forces to the other park for special activities. Ooh. And they're going to fight a third country. So when you go up there, you'll have to do something against not East versus West, not West versus East, but it'll be that faction against a third unaligned country that has
Salvonia.
No, Camarilla.
Damn, I thought I was going to get the name.
The Camarians are a small, highly trained military that even has armored cars. So our rule set will adapt. And I say armored cars, I'm not talking about a Joker and a technical. I'm talking about like a military vehicle. That it's going to take a couple of hits to kill because it's an armored car or it's a tracked vehicle. So and so when the guys come back down from Camarilla, they're going to be like, "Oh my God, these eyes have seen
I don't want to go back."
Shit. Yeah. We talked about bringing the helo for that one, but I think it's just too fucking hard because anytime that bird's flying, players need to be on it. Can't fly that bird empty. And that's really where the stress comes in, Joker. It's, we have a tight time window. We've got 3 hours of blade time with the Huey. We've got 4 hours of blade time with the little bird. And at no time can you have that fucker fly empty because you're paying for it. Oh, he'll fly empty.
Yeah.
He's getting paid either way.
He's getting paid either way. And so, yeah. I like the Huey myself because I can put more players. I give more players in the experience.
More bang for your buck.
Look, it is definitely an experience to be on one of those birds flying around. I just put up one of the shorts from when I was up there, and I took out Sal and the transport with one rocket because they were too close together. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, after it happened, you just see a whole bunch of this go up into the air.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
But there's some that are like, I really like sitting on the bench with the, I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Hello, Derek.
But Iron Knife, word to the wise, just do it. Guys are like, they came into Airsoft Junkies, or they went to Dead End Outfitters, and they're like, I don't know if I want to do this now. It's 24 and a half hours. It's nonstop.
Because people think that they have to be in. Because I'll be 100% honest. I mean, I'm not going to go 24 and a half hours. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to go back to my hotel room and rest, and I'm going to come back earlier, and I'm going to continue doing what I do.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a certain point where there's going to be people that are going to go hot and heavy the entire weekend. I still have to drive home on Sunday. Yeah. So Wiener could be there all 24 and a half hours because he's going to sleep the entire way up and the entire way back.
He's like Sam's wingman in the RV. Oh God, I'm asleep. Sam's like, so am I.
That dude falls asleep within 5 minutes of getting into a vehicle when he's not driving.
Good Lord. Wiener.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. So I mean, I would tell guys, look, just do it. It's self-pacing. Well, I'm a first timer. I don't have a squad to run with. Like, that's why we sell unit tickets. Buy a ticket to one of the units, any one of the units, and you're going to get Toucan is entered to the chat. Buy a ticket for any one of the companies, and you're going to have a good time. Easy Company almost sold out. Abel and Baker, tons of space. I want to say Dagger Company is pretty full. Fight Company is always fucking full. It's like, Sal, you're not selling tickets for Madness and Killer Company yet. No, because those are going to be sourced in house. Those are going to be. We got a couple of. I can't give away the secret sauce there, but those are going to come from certain players that have been split off from existing units. But they'll be coming. He's a passenger princess. Oh my God. So yeah. Pierce Thurman, 3 hours on, 3 hours off. Brother, that's the way to do it. When Pope, Squatch, and Dallas went to Copperhead, which is way out in the southern New Mexican desert, our plan was simple. We'd fight till we go red on ammo, and then we would patrol back to the assembly area to reload and hydrate, rest, get off our feet for an hour, and then go get orders and go. And that wasn't a continuous op. That we just treated it like it was. And so that's Pierce, you're already coming with the right attitude. There are guys who have that plan and don't know how to stick to it. Black Knights. So I mean, they had a plan.
Don't worry, Pierce is not going to stick to that either.
Yeah, they had their sleeping bags put down. They were ready to, sleep right behind the talk. And next thing you know, they've got freaking Western leadership going, hey, I need you guys at Heather right fucking now. And they're like, I want to get in my sleeping bag. It was like, no, go. And they were dead on their ass feet. But they learned, So shit.
You got a hookup at the talk for Wiener's CPAP machine?
Yeah, we'll hook it right up to the exhaust of the generator. It'll be good. It'll open him right up. So
just wait till you hear the pterodactyl noises when he does fall asleep.
Well, I mean, when he wears a CPAP, he doesn't have the pterodactyl noises. When he has a CPAP machine, if he doesn't have it, it's
just muffled.
My dog goes, "Where's the dragon?"
Starts whistling.
No, it's Iron Knife looks like it's going to be an exciting, fun time. You guys can go to thirdcoastairsoft.com to get your tickets. So what side really needs more people right now? Is it pretty balanced, or?
I would tell you, if I had to, I'd say Western needs to do some recruiting. And I'm going to say that blindly because I haven't looked. But last report, they were a little light in the shoes. Tell you real quick. Let me see. Take a look at tickets. Oh yeah, Western. Yeah, man. You guys need to jump on board, quick, fast, in a hurry, because Eastern's slowly filling up.
And you're a little over 2 months, over a month away from the event. So, look.
Yeah, we're a month and a half. just under a month and a half. So now's the time to get on it. So, and then the other one question asked, well, it's going to be really crowded, and I'm like, our Iron Dagger, Iron Knife series at GTI, generally it's half the number of players. We design it that way because we want to see patrolling. We want to see tactics. We want to see less red hordes. We want to see more of the slow go versus 700 players Stonebreaker, where it's just, this is more of a marathon, not a sprint. And it needs to be that way. It was meant to be that way. And Lotus, no aircraft means drones. Really replicating more of a Ukrainian type battlefront where Intel's got to drive operations.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pleased to mention that Damien has now gotten an interest in drones. So we have him to get him started up there to start going through and do it. We just cannot get it connected to his phone yet, so he can just be inside the backyard going, I'm going to cause problems.
What's up, Tricky?
I mean, it without a bird in the air, the drones are going to be flying. That means now the vehicle drivers are going to be keeping an eye out for whatever's dropping from the skies. Hopefully it's loud enough for us to hear it.
Or even the people maybe taking a little cat nap or a siesta on field have to be a little more paranoid.
Why does it sound...
Dude, Bear Wolf, you are on it, dude. I'm thinking of the Royal Rifle guys.
I mean, because if I'm, playing against somebody, I'm going to make sure I'm going to deny them sleep.
Yeah.
Is that Wasp Man coming? What the hell is that buzzing sound? Oh shit! Drone attack.
I did not order any of my guys to sneak over to an enemy fob and set up a predator call to sound like a rabbit being murdered for hours while they try to sleep. Ever. Until the battery went dead.
Yeah, Richard McWilliams, one of those guys who can sleep through anything. Yeah. Lord knows if you can sleep next to a 10K generator and snooze. Yeah,
it's white noise. I mean, it's like
that's
soothing
white noise.
It's white noise.
What you need to
sounds like the ocean.
You need to get one of those screaming machines that does it periodically, so they can't find it. So it's like, 5 minutes later, it goes off again. It's like, where the hell's that coming from?
Oh,
you get like 3 or 4 around, and it moves. Something's coming for us.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's coming right at us.
One of these,
but
works
yeah,
real
we've
good.
got about just. Oh yeah. Oh. We've got just over a month. And I got it. People are like, "Hey, Sal, don't shut off ticket sales yet." I'm like, "Guys, we're not going to do that until about a week out, because we definitely want folks to get in on the opportunity." I know I had about 4 or 5 guys from a college airsoft team that are like, "We're waiting on our student aid refund check, and we're in." I'm like, "I was there once. I know how you feel." So yeah. But Iron Knife, please head over to the website, get your tickets. It's going to be one hell of a time. It's at GTI. It's a different event than Stonebreaker, and it was meant to be that way. Come run with me over on Eastern. Come run with Dale Papka over on Western. It's going to
be a blast, guys. Check out thirdcoastairsoft.com and check that out. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up too. I always love it when Sal comes on, because he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, that's cool. Let's go. Iron Knife is cool, but
this other secret thing in the works."
yes.
The hype is real. So I mean, I'm looking forward to a lot of cool stuff coming out. I mean, the year's half over. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out. I know there's going to be an event this weekend down in Immokalee, but it's way too hot in Florida. I don't feel like dropping. And I've been on a weight loss craze here. I'm down 25 pounds since I started. Unfortunately, though, the medication has me and heat don't sometimes see eye to eye. So
I'm glad you finished that.
Well, the funny thing
God,
was,
Joker's in heat.
Yeah. I came home the other day and I looked at my wife. I said, "You're Medusa." She goes, "Why?" I was like, "Because every time that you look at me, you make me rock hard."
No.
But we were at I was almost a heat casualty at SeaWorld. I was that close.
Oh wow!
So I was like, "That's not weird." Yes, you are. Yes, I am. I'm on the Epic, so it's been working. I mean, hey. But you're in what now? But I'm really looking forward to like Iron Knife. Really like GTI. GTI is one of those cool AOs that you get a chance to go through and see all sorts of cool things now that you typically wouldn't see at a lot of other different AOs. It's also interesting in YouTube land, or I'm just scrolling through doing shorts or whatever, and all of a sudden you see like Whistling Diesel had his Cybertruck test there. Some other guys, like Mr. Beast was there. How Ridiculous was there. I was like, man, a lot of YouTube content creators have finally found this place, and now it's really starting to explode with some cool stuff. So, but GTI is always fun. I'm really looking forward to February for going back to Hibernia. That one's going to be a fun one to go back around to.
Yeah, getting it out of January is a big damn deal. Plus, the game picks up where it left off. So Cazo belongs to Western, and Cazo Airfield on the far east, not Cazo Airfield, Hibernia Airfield belongs to Western. So Eastern's kind of stuck in the middle, kind of doing the Spider-Man, like, two guns pointed out, going, "Oh shit, we asked for it. We ended the game like this. What the fuck are we doing?" We won, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Strategic positioning failure? I don't know. Success? I don't know. So the Western guys have had a lot of discussion about that. They're like, was that a loss, or did we set ourselves up for a good start X for the next one? I'm like, I don't know. Look at the map. You tell me.
It's also a matter of aggression, though. I mean, that site. You have to be aggressive off the rip and stay aggressive for 3/4 of the game in order that. I mean, that's what Eastern did last time. We were aggressive from the start. We used vehicles effectively. We kept pushing in and doing everything that we possibly could to really do it. And by the way, I'm loving the new repair tactic. I love that so much. The big wrench thing, I love it. It was great. There's still some of my
you'll see that
battlefield stuff right there. I like that.
The best. It's like still a moment that gives me a big old grin. Is I took on all the Western Vics came after me at once. They took me out. Whatever. I'm dead. I'm sitting there, and they had no real awareness with their foot mobiles or on the vehicles to see the one green dude that was across the thing, and he comes up. He shoots the two guys in the back. Quickly comes over, gets us back up, and we go and take Sally. It was like such a beautiful moment. So yeah, I mean, really looking forward to it. But at this point, that's our show for this evening. I mean, we got about a minute left. So obviously check out thirdcoastairsoft.com. Check out all the cool stuff that's coming out. Definitely get your tickets for Iron Knife. I mean, not trying to say that, Eastern's the best team or anything. Or that, we're going to go through or chaos. Chaos is going to be, chaotic on the field. But come check out the event. Come have a good time. 24.5 hours of trigger time out on a really cool AO. And what's the ticket price? I didn't even look. 185. Not bad.
So
I mean, you have other
that much gameplay.
Yep.
Nah, not bad.
Well, when you're looking at pound for pound, dollar for dollar, you have some other event producers that are doing 200, 250, for AOs that are less cool than this, or even this same AO. So you get to go out there and you have the talented staff at Third Coast Airsoft. So that being said, I like to thank. Wait, this way. I like to thank Zmonster here for coming on talking about it. Of course, I like to say from Third Coast Airsoft, I'd like to thank Beowulf from Shadow Legion for coming on. I'm Joker for Players Wanted. Until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call their hits. Good night.